Well, Stephen, from living in Ardoyne for 16 out of my 17 years, I was able to see that there are differences in the opportunities available for young people like myself. So I want to ask the panel, do you think that where you live defines your future?
So really, in other words, where you live, does it hold you back? Are you up against it? Well, what do you think?
Yeah.
Tell me what your experience is. What do you think?
Well, when I lived in Ardoyne, there was opportunities for me to, be more successful. There was cross-community, but now that I live in Crumlin, I have to commute back in if I want those opportunities.
Does that sound fair, Naomi?
I think it can have an impact in terms of how successful you'll be, and certainly from us at the table here who have to make decisions about where we're going to spend public money, where we're going to invest, where we're going to put money in education, health and all those things. It matters for us to look at the data about your postcode and see what are the likely educational outcomes. Do people need more educational assistance in school? Does it determine your whole future? No, I don't think it does. I think it's more complicated than that. I think that you can grow up in a very deprived neighbourhood and reach really successful outcomes. I think you can grow up in a very wealthy family and not make much of your life. I think a lot of that's determined by how driven you are as a person, how hard you work and how keen you are to get on in life. But yes, it has an impact, and that's one of the reasons why when we come to make decisions about where we're going to invest in early years and so on, we're going to put that money into places where we know there's deprivation.
Naomi, you said about it's you
Dylan.
making the choices about it all, but you aren't really doing a job right now. You're doing one further job. Is there there's constituency work, and right now nothing else is getting done. And storming, there's no storming.
I completely agree, and I find it very frustrating.
How do you decide how you spend public money?
Well, we're not at the moment, and that's the reality of it.
Exactly.
I mean, when it comes to the point where we do, we use that kind of postcode data to guide us, but we're not able to do that now. People from these working class areas are missing out then. It's not as if we're all from big money areas. We're not. This is all working class. Yeah.
And so
we're missing out because of it.
And so I take it what you're saying is that one of the impacts of having no assembly is that you, in a working class area, you've nobody fighting for change, which is what you need.
Fighting for change in our area.
Yeah.
So what do you need?
There's no government now. When's government going to come back? Because see, as for now, our future isn't sustainable.